Why do we sometimes laugh when we're sad? When we're sad, we frown. When we're happy, we smile. Our faces are usually great markers of how we feel. But sometimes, our expressions aren't so accurate. There are times when we feel one way, but our faces show something else. This is a natural phenomenon called dimorphous expression. And you might recognize it in the following examples. One of the most common dimorphous expressions is nervous laughter. Humans usually expect to laugh in situations where we are enjoying ourselves or find something funny. However, nervous laughter can happen when we don't feel relaxed or happy at all. A friend might tell us some bad news, and instead of frowning, we can't help but laugh. We might also smile when we're feeling extreme sorrow, or laugh when we're embarrassed. Even though this might seem inappropriate, there's a reason for it. Smiling or laughing during negative situations shows other people you want them to approach you. You might be inviting comfort or want them to distract you from your sad feelings. Laughing at sad news can also be helpful because it regulates your emotions by balancing one strong feeling with another.
Welcome everyone to English for You. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we're going to learn about why we laugh sometimes when we're scared or when you're scared or sad.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. It's a little bit strange.
Yeah. Well, the title of our article is just that. Why do we sometimes laugh when we're sad? And everyone, it starts off by saying, when we're sad, we frown. When we're happy, we smile. And in that sentence, we see the word frown. Frown is when your face looks unhappy and your eyebrows come together. So an example sentence I could use would be, all the students started to frown when the teacher told them they had a big test today.
Frown 这个动词呢，指的是皱眉。So we frown when we are sad or angry, right? But I try not to frown too much.
Yeah, you try not to frown too much because you don't want wrinkles or lines on your face, right?
No, I don't want those wrinkles.
And I mean, it is easy to tell that a person is unhappy when they're frowning. But is it always true?
Interesting.
Well, our faces are usually great markers of how we feel, but sometimes our expressions aren't so accurate.
What does that mean?
Good question. Are our faces lying to us? Well, it says there are times when we feel one way, but our faces show something else.
Oh, like sometimes when I'm angry, but I still smile. That's so creepy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you scare me when you're angry, but you're smiling. I'm wondering.
Adam, I'm watching you.
Exactly.
With my smile.
But the article tells us this is a natural phenomenon called dimorphous expression, and you might recognize it in the following examples. Everyone, we see the word phenomenon, and that's a kind of fun word to say, phenomenon. It's actually a fact or situation that can be observed or seen as something that happens and is kind of amazing or interesting. So an example would be, seeing a rainbow after it rains is a pretty cool phenomenon.
Phenomenon 这个字呢，它是一个单数名词哦，指的是现象。那你一定会问复数怎么办？复数的话呢，你把字尾改成 a 结尾的字，念作 phenomena， 好，那个就是复数型。那我们说自然现象呢，就是一个 a natural phenomenon。那再来我们还看到 dimorphous expression， 二元表达、双态表达。So is there an example for this?
Well, let's see. It says in our article, one of the most common dimorphous expressions is nervous laughter. So there we see laughter. And laughter is the sound you make when something is funny or when you're really happy. So an example I could use would be, the baby's laughter filled the room with joy. I mean, is there anything better than a baby's laughter?
I think it's the best.
Right.
OK, 所以 laughter 这个字呢，它是名词哦，指的是笑或是笑声。所以当我们说 someone bursts into laughter， 那就是某人突然大笑起来。那动词的话，我们都很熟悉，就是 laugh, L-A-U-G-H。所以我们说到 nervous laughter， 就是紧张的时候大笑，这就是一种 dimorphous expression， 二元表达，双态表达。
Yeah, so people might, kind of maybe burst into a little bit of laughter when they are that nervous, and then that's dimorphous expression. Well, continuing with our article, everyone, it says, humans usually expect to laugh in situations where we are enjoying ourselves or find something funny. However, nervous laughter can happen when we don't feel relaxed or happy at all. Okay, so there we see the word relaxed, and that means feeling calm, not stressed or worried. So an example sentence I could say is, after finishing all my homework, I felt relaxed and peaceful.
Relaxed 这个形容词呢，就是放松的，所以你要说你自己感到放松，觉得放松，你可以用 be 动词带出这个形容词，或是用 feel relaxed 也可以。那你也可以用它来形容一些名词哦，比如说呢，放松的气氛，那就是 a relaxed atmosphere。那令人放松的就会是 relaxing 这个字，你的字尾呢会把 ed 拿掉，改成 ing， 变成现在分词之后拿来当形容词用。所以可以用来形容什么呢？像是 a relaxing evening， 还有一个放松的夜晚。A relaxing massage， 一个令人放松的马杀鸡，或者是按摩。A relaxing holiday， 那就是令人放松的一个假期。
All right, well, getting back to nervous situations where we aren't relaxed, like a friend might tell us some bad news, and instead of frowning, we can't help but laugh.
朋友告诉我们一个坏消息，然后我们没有皱眉头，我们开始大笑。That would be super weird.
It would be kind of weird, right? Yeah.
这边呢，我们看到今天的 Language in Focus. Let's take a look. 今天的 Language in Focus 我们要讲到的是不得不忍不住的用法。好，那我们可以在英文里面用什么样的句型来表达呢？就是用主词加上 can't 或是过去式 couldn't 加上 help but 再加一个原形动词，或者是主词出来之后加上 can't 或是 couldn't 加上 help 之后加上 V-I-N-G。 那马上给同学们一个例句咯。 The little boy couldn't help but cry when he got lost. 这个小男孩他走失的时候，迷路的时候，他就忍不住大哭。那这句当然也可以说成 The little boy couldn't help crying when he got lost. 好，所以你可以选用 couldn't help but 加原形动词，或是 couldn't help 后面加 V-I-N-G。 那另外一个类似的句型是主词加上 have no choice but to do something， 用来强调别无选择，只能做某事。像是呢 We had no choice but to go home because the bookstore was closed. 书店没开，所以我们别无选择，只好回家去。
But, I mean, it's happened to me, where I don't know what to say because I'm so nervous and I couldn't help but laugh. But, everyone, that's not the only thing our face might do, though. Our article tells us we might also smile when we're feeling extreme sorrow or laugh when we're embarrassed. So we see the word extreme, which is an adjective. It's used to describe something, and we would say very great in degree. But it could also be used to depict or describe something is really, really intense or serious. So I could say skydiving from the airplane was an extreme adventure. To use extreme as very great in degree, we can say the scientists handled the samples with extreme caution during the experiment.
就是他很小心、很谨慎的在这个实验当中。
Right. And then for extreme, we can also use the adverb, how it's done, by saying extremely, which is to a very great degree or in an intense or extreme manner. So, everyone, I would say, my wife hates to ride roller coasters because they are extremely fast and they make her sick.
I do hate to ride roller coasters.
I know. I want you to go with me to some of these amusement parks and ride these roller coasters.
I'll think about it.
All right.
Extreme 这个形容词呢是极度的。好，那你在字尾加上 ly 就会变成 extremely 副词，非常极度地。那你也可以用 very 来说。好，不过呢，你用 extremely 的时候，那个程度比较高一些。所以当你要跟人家说，我真的很抱歉，我非常抱歉。你可以说 I'm very sorry， 你也可以说 I'm extremely sorry。好，或者是呢，哇，她好累啊，真的非常累的感觉。She's extremely tired.
Right, yeah. All right, and in that same sentence, when we are feeling extreme sorrow, we see the word sorrow, which is a noun, and it's used this way: the deep sadness you feel when something bad happens. And an example sentence we could use would be, there was so much sorrow in our house when our pet cat passed away.
Sorrow 这个字是悲伤、悲痛，那它不可数，好，所以 extreme sorrow 那就是极度的悲痛。那当然你可以用 extreme 来形容，你也可以用什么呢？简单的字像是 great 或是 deep 也可以。So, Adam, have you ever smiled when you were extremely sad or angry?
Yes, I have done it when I was angry, but I can't remember laughing or smiling when I was sad. Our article tells us even though this might seem inappropriate, there's a reason for it.
Okay, 这个是有原因的. So what's the reason?
Well, let's find out. Smiling or laughing during negative situations shows other people you want them to approach you.
So you want people to get closer to you.
Right, probably, but more than that, our article says you might be inviting comfort or want them to distract you from your sad feelings.
So like when you hit your toes and you smile or laugh, you want people to say, hey, Adam.
It's okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, come here. Yeah.
Is everything all right?
That, or, also in those nervous situations where maybe something is kind of nervous, or when you're, maybe at a funeral and you see somebody and you are sad, but maybe you have a little bit of a smile, you're welcoming them to come closer to you.
Good example. Distract 这个动词呢是分散点的注意力，使分心。所以 distract somebody from something 那就是转移某人对某物的注意力。那课文这边说到，在负面的情境当中，你微笑或是大笑，代表你可能呢是想让别人安慰你，或者是帮你转移这个很悲伤的注意力。
And it says, laughing at sad news can also be helpful because it regulates your emotions by balancing one strong feeling with another.
So the strong feeling we're talking about here is sadness.
Right.
Another one is happiness.
Exactly.
Regulate 这个动词呢是控制调节，所以对难过的消息大笑，也可以帮助你调节情绪。
So, kind of think of it like of a seesaw. One side goes up. Yeah, 跷跷板. One side goes up, one side goes down. And if you have extreme sadness on one end and happiness on the other one, you might be even. You might feel yourself maybe a little bit less sad.
But maybe don't smile or laugh too much when you hear sad news.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Secretly.
Or secretly, if you can help it. But again, with dimorphous expressions, sometimes you just can't help it, I guess. All right. Well, everyone, that brings us to our For You chat question of today. And what it says is, have you ever laughed during a sad or stressful moment before? Talk about it.
I don't think I've done that.
Really? You've never done that? Where you've never been in a sad situation where, you kind of crack up and laugh?
When I'm in any sad situations, I'm just sad.
You're just quiet? You don't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or frown.
Okay.
What about you?
I mean, I've been in some situations where I think it's we'll go into some funerals where a loved one maybe has passed away, and everyone is all sad at that time, but you kind of maybe see people you haven't seen for a while and they wish you well, and then you're like, oh, thank you, and by saying thank you, sometimes you unconsciously smile, right? And you haven't seen them for a while. Maybe that could be an example of that. But what do you guys think? Talk about it with your classmates and your friends and see, has that ever happened to them? All right, well, everyone, that's all the time we have for this. My name is Adam.
My name is Elsie.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Frown. Frank frowned when the waiter told him the restaurant was no longer serving his favorite dish. Phenomenon. Social media's influence on modern relationships is a phenomenon still being studied by experts. Laughter. The theater was filled with laughter when the main character told a funny joke. Relaxed. That cat isn't nervous at all. It's actually very calm and relaxed around you. Extreme. Mason's extreme fear of heights made him refuse his friend's offer to go rock climbing. Sorrow. After the great earthquake, people came together to share their sorrow and support each other.
智慧小补帖
Dimorphous expression. Distract. Regulate.